How much money is enough, Matt?
How much money
How
is
much
enough?
money is enough for happiness?
Depends what's going to make you happy. If you're Mayweather, nothing's going to make you happy.
No.
If you're Mayweather, you're going to be fighting until you're 50 years old, chinga.
What's the sweet spot? What's the number that you need in your bank account? What's the number that you want to make annually? What would make you happy?
Me personally?
You personally.
I don't know. I don't want to put a number on it and sound like an idiot or
Sure.
like a, you know what I'm saying?
Then what quality of life do you want to be living towards?
Just-
I think that's more.
Just do it anyway.
Just do it.
Give us a number.
I think personally, if I had to put a number on it, I think making, in my position, single, no kids, making $300,000 a year would allow me the lifestyle that I would love. You know what I'm saying?
That's
That's
a lot, X.
That's a lot.
I think
That's
so.
a lot.
I was gonna say 100.
No.
There's
But,
nothing.
now it's different. Yeah, everything went up.
Well, no. Okay, so we're going back to the lifestyle that I want, right? Or
Not lifestyle. Happy. What's going to make you happy?
I'm happy now.
Okay.
I make 50 grand. I'm pretty damn happy. No, I'm just kidding. No, okay, so it goes back to my boy Alpha. You know Alpha, right? Alpha, he not my personal friend, but I follow him, Alpha. One day we'll hang out. What's his name? Something Moreno, I think his last name is. But anyway, he said that he needed fuck you money in the bank, right? You know what his fuck you money number was? Guess. I'm gonna let you guess. I'm gonna let Xavier guess, and y'all are gonna be way the fuck off. I'll bet you dinner. Everything to bet, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
no, go for what?
I'm going to say 100 million.
No, bro. Okay, okay. Let me preface this. So, like, okay. So right now, remember you were at T-Mobile and you were kind of like, oh man, about starting the gym,
Business, sure.
and you were like, man, if I had X amount in the bank, right? Or
Right,
whatever.
right.
What's that number right there? Of course, that'd be 100 million.
Okay. What's the number that you're going to be confident enough to where you think you can put your all into what makes you happy?
Sure, like Xavier, we'll do him next because he finally decided, okay, I'm gonna split and I'm gonna open up my own business. So it took something in the bank or a line of credit or whatever for you to do that. So in Alpha's case, he said to take off and try and do my own shit and to open up my own business, I need X amount of money in the bank, and I'm gonna say, all right, cool, let's fucking take off. I'll tell you what mine was. I remember when I first did real estate, I didn't even have the money in the bank, but it was a line of credit of 13,000, and I said, okay, I'm gonna jump.
Sure.
I'm gonna jump.
And that's
right
with
now.
no wife and no kids. You know, a lot of people.
I had
are in different
a little bit in
situations.
savings, a little bit in checkings, and I had a line of credit of 13,000. So I was like, I can maneuver. I can, being a salesperson all my life, I'm like, I can sell X, Y, and Z, and then be able to be fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what was yours? Or so what is yours?
Yeah, it's if we're just throwing numbers out there and just being honest, a safe number, I think somewhere around $250,000.
No, bro, you're way off.
You think that's too much? or not
Hell
enough?
yeah, 50 grand. What if you had like 50, 100 grand in the bank? Is that not enough to make a move?
To make a move, yeah, right. But if I'm a homeowner and my furnace goes out and my double AC
You know what? Maybe
unit
I got
goes
that
out
messed
and
up.
I have a car problem, before you know it, that's 15 grand that goes right there. So
Okay. Maybe I got that fucked up then, because he was saying that this is the number that it's going to take for him to just say,
sure.
now you're talking about something different.
I'm saying, where am I going to feel safe? Right?
You're never going to feel
You're
safe.
never going to feel safe.
X, what's your number?
For what exactly? Just to feel safe?
What were we talking about earlier?
Yeah, I mean, enough money to,
it
where
kinda
you're
took a
going to
turn.
feel safe to where you could make a change, where you could go after your dreams, to where you could take a couple of years off, to where you feel comfortable about your future.
I think all of those were different numbers.
I still, I'm still sticking with 100.
100 grand in the bank.
Yeah.
Have you ever had 100 grand in the bank?
Never.
Well, I mean, then it can't be that number. You see what I'm saying? Okay. What I'm trying to get to is, you know what
the original question?
So
was,
my bad. You know what I'm trying to get to? You know what Alpha's number was to go for it? $5,000. He says, if I get $5,000 in my bank, he goes, I'm gonna fucking go for it.
He knows what to do with it, right? You got to know what you're doing with
well,
it.
at that point, he was such a rookie, and I think at that point he was gonna go after owning his own gym.
But now you're saying to take the risk.
Correct.
I'm okay. I was just talking about like just what you were talking about, Ped, like in case something goes down, you know?
My bad. Maybe I was saying it wrong, because you were asking me how much is enough money
for you to be happy. Right. At the end of the day, what's it going to take?
And I think that's why I equated it to Alpha, because all he needed was $5,000, and he was willing to just.
That's to take that risk, right? So let's say retirement. Do you plan on retiring one day?
Nah.
You plan on working till it's over.
I figure I'm going to live into my 70s, 80s.
Okay.
If I'm lucky, and yeah,
you want to be selling houses, doing your thing, having people work underneath you. Being up and about, doing all that stuff.
I'm gonna have my podcast when I'm 70. No, I'm just kidding. No,
who's this guest gonna be?
Me and X are still gonna fucking be doing. No. My dream, dude, is to be involved in transactions, to be involved in real estate, to be involved in business. Warren Buffett's 80 years old right now.
Yeah, is he happy?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think he's happy?
I don't think any billionaire is happy, because to be a billionaire, you want another billion, and 2 billion's not enough.
No,
I'm telling you, the person with a $2 billion
no,
boat
you know what? No.
the $4 million yacht.
You know what they want? They want to scratch that itch of doing more and more and more. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I'll tell you
but
what,
at some point, you're sacrificing happiness.
We have to make sure that you don't do that.
You know, those billionaires.
With the money that I make right now, bro, I still make sure that I'm happy. Sure. You know what I'm saying? No matter if it's what I want, no matter what, if it's not what I want. Chances are, at the end of the month, I'm like, fuck, man, I could have done better.
Are we supposed to be working as humans like this? Are we meant to be working till 70 years old? Or is the smart thing, right? The smart thing to make enough, like we said, get comfortable, and then focus on the things that are way more important. Like what? A family, your friends, being a good person, helping other people. All of these things.
I'm on. No, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. No.
I'm telling you,
are
all
right.
of those purchases, all of those things.
You are right.
Leads to wanting more and more and more and more. Right?
If you allow it to. Now check this out. What if within your company, you can have your friends, your family, and everybody that you care about work for you, and y'all can make money simultaneously, which is what I'm going to do.
Then you're winning.
Then you figured it out. You cracked the code. Now, basically what you're doing is you're supplying, or you're allowing these people to live their dream under your umbrella. Sure. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, it still takes a chief. You can't just make X amount of money and then just be like, oh man, that's it. I'm going to be on vacation for the rest of my life. I don't, at this point, I'm 37 years old. Maybe my perspective is going to change when I'm 57. But right now, dude, I feel like I'm just getting started. How do you feel?
I feel like I'm just getting started too.
There you go.
It feels good. But we're also 40 years old. We're not 30 with that same mentality, and we're not 20 with that same mentality. At 50, it might be different. At 55, 60, we're slowing down a little bit. We're looking to what's the end game here.
I don't know. Well, okay. Yes and no. So that's why you
hustling and competition and phone calls and all that stuff. Or do you want your house paid off and doing the things that you love and enjoy?
I'll tell you what I will not do. I will not live in a certain way to where I have like a limit on myself. You know what I'm saying? Let's say like this. Let's say, okay, calculate $1 million, right? $1 million between now and to the day that I die, let's just say, is how much a week or how much a month?
Yeah, it's not going to last, especially at this point.
Exactly.
Right now, at 40 years old, $1 million.
So put it this way. Let's say you hit that number, right? And everybody always talks about their retirement account. And they say, well, I have to have X amount of money to where I can afford the lifestyle that I
That's
want.
that's the words right there. The lifestyle
that you
I
want.
Not need.
See,
not the lifestyle that you need.
Correct. But bro, don't sell. I don't like the fact of like selling yourself short, because I don't want to be an old man with a particular amount that I have to have every month, or that I cannot spend every month. And I'm just all like, man, I would really like to do this, but it's not in the budget. Why is it not in the budget? Because you're not working and you're not making your money work for you.
What's something?
No.
Give me
I
an
will
example
say,
of that. Give me an example of that.
I will say, I'm not going to be busting my ass when I'm 50 years old. I'm not going to be opening doors like a
50 is a decade away. 50 is going to come like that. We've known each other for a decade.
That's very true.
These next 10 years better go pretty hard then.
Well, guys, I need y'all to subscribe. So
hit that like button. Is there a cash app we can put
but seriously, well, how many strides have we made since we've known each other? A whole lot.
A whole lot.
You weren't a homeowner. I wasn't a homeowner when we first met each other. Sure. You weren't a business owner. I wasn't a business owner.
Sure.
Bro, we're just getting better, bro.
Sure.
And sky's the limit. I think a lot of people, bro, they cut themselves short. And they're like, you know what? I can't have that podcast.
Why do they cut themselves short?
Because they're afraid.
Yeah.
That's
afraid
why. They're afraid of sucking
of hearing no. Of losing, of failure.
At whatever their next venture is going to be. X, what do you want to do? I'll tell you what I want to do next. What do you want to do?
I just want to be successful at the things that I want to do, you know, like
no, because me and Xavier always get into this shit. No, what do you ultimately want to do? If you could wake up tomorrow and just do that, I know what it is.
Probably play basketball.
Exactly. He wants to be involved in basketball. He wants to be a coach. He wants to be part of. Bro, this is how delusional I am, bro. There's no reason why Xavier can't work his way up to work for the Spurs one day. Dog, if he's analyzing tapes, if he's picking up towels, if he's doing fucking whatever, you can do it, bro. I know you. I know he can. I know anybody can. Now, of course, is it as easy to do it at 42 years old, which he is now, as opposed to whatever it is when everybody else starts? No, it's not as easy, but it can be done. Can be done
100%.
So my advice to everybody is, if you have a goal and if you have a dream, dude, start working on that shit early, dude. Because if I would have put this shit in motion, or I did put it in motion, but it was just like, it's just like, just taking its own course. Which brings
is there a middle ground? Is there a middle ground of forcing it to happen and taking those steps, and things kind of progressing on their own and happening when they're supposed to happen?
Great. Well, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I mean, yes, there is a middle ground, but you need to be very careful with that. Take that from me, because it took me 10 fucking years to get this podcast started. And what was I saying? I want it like this. I want it like that, this and that. Instead of deciding it was going to happen. And once I did, bro, it was just basically a phone call away, or like.
You don't realize how easy it can be.
Correct. Yes. Thank you. Basically, that's where I was trying to get down to. It's like, man, if you put yourself in the rooms and you do it every single day, or what else are you going to do? Are you happy doing what you're doing now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Rubbing shoulders in the rooms that are elevating you is a big one that a lot of people are scared to do.
Like, okay, so for Xavier to become a coach, right? Or to become like whatever, it's going to take, at this point, probably him doing things for free, him getting involved with
coaching youth, starting a camp, taking these kids to tournaments, getting into a high school.
The other day,
working
man,
his way
I know
up.
sometimes when I say the other day, it could be like 5 years ago, but the other day he was at PA, the house, the park that we used to play ball at, and he saw this kid playing. Say the story, X.
Well, there was a kid playing. It was at
No,
it was at St. Clair. Anyway, me and a buddy of mine were doing drills, right? We're doing drills and we're just doing our thing, whatever. And this kid's just watching us, and he says, "Hey man, can I join in with y'all?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Sure.
So he does it, and he was like, I just basically just instructing him on what to do, And then he's like,
how old was this kid?
he was either like a freshman or a sophomore in high school. And he looked decent too, and he was doing well. And anyway, he's like, "Are you a coach?" And I was like, "I ain't a coach. I'm just out here trying to get a workout." And he was like, do you think you could coach me? Do you think you could teach me stuff? And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah.
He goes, how much money you got?
Yeah. No. But I told
That's
him,
how
yeah,
sure you were.
we could do it on these days or whatever.
Sure.
I'll come out here. And I did. And
he did too.
He did too. And he started kind of getting really surprised on the information that I was giving him, because it was helping him tenfold. And he was like, man, I've learned more from you than anybody else before.
Yeah.
He told me something the other day. We were shooting around the other day, and I was saying, man, dude, every time I kind of go in the lane, I was saying my layups, it's been short. It's been short. And I'm like, I'm thinking about the way that I'm taking my strides. I'm thinking about the way that I'm jumping and this and that. And Xavier goes, how are you grabbing the ball? And I was just like, he said, put it on your fingertips. You put it on your fingertips and you're able to just flick it easier.
Sure.
That's all it took, bro. And I was like, man, it's crazy.
You probably could have used that when we played 1-on-1.
2-on-2.
2-on-2.
We owe y'all fucking ass whipping.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just say X, not to keep on harping on your shit, but let's say you started that journey at that time to now. Where do you think you would be now?
I don't know, man. Maybe I would have gotten his buddies or whatever. But this is the problem with the whole thing. This is where it all unraveled, man. Is that the way I take it, this whole thing, I want you to be, I want you to want it. I can't see no like, bitch shit. I can't deal with it. That's exactly what started happening with this kid. He was doing really well.
Sure.
And he was good. He was good. But I was trying to teach him something. He was like, I can't do it. And I was like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Just do it little by little. Like we're doing it by baby steps. The problem was, though, honestly, he didn't want to do it.
The problem was he didn't have a dad. Is that a joke, or is that something true that he didn't have the right person or a coach or whatever it is, big brother, somebody to give him that right advice?
I was about to say that I had my big brother growing up. So that was my incentive all the time. And Xavier didn't let me quit. He didn't let me, do anything that was going to be.
Yeah. I had a guy that wanted me to train his son. Okay. His son, he had like a 7 or 8 year old son that was starting to get overweight, just like dad, right? Dad was really overweight. I'm talking to the kid about sports and what he likes and this and that. And dad keeps calling him gordo.
Gordo?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And makes a couple little jabs at his own son about his weight when this kid's 7 years old. Everything he knows and he's put in his body is because of his dad.
I'm going to fucking Jedi mind trick that whole situation. Go ahead.
That was it. I was just saying, if you don't,
no.
I mean, the kid didn't have the support, right? Like, that's not to say diamonds can't be built from something like that, but man, your own dad is bringing you down. What kind of confidence is that going to lead you? And then you meet somebody good like X who gives you fatherly advice like that. He soaks it in so much better.
In a perfect world, man. And I wish, dude, you could have done this. Which, I mean, it's just everybody's different. But in a perfect world, the son's right here and the dad's right here, right? And it's saying, you know how we're going to get you in shape right now? You need to get in shape. You need to get in shape so that way he sees you and both of you are going to get in shape together. It doesn't work like that because you go home, you see your dad. Not only is your dad not in shape and not somebody to look up to, and when it comes to that, but now he's talking shit to you too. He's got a foundation that's just like
broken.
Yeah. He's just like, why the fuck should I be in shape? My dad's not even in shape. You know what I'm saying? And the dad doesn't want to get in shape and he's talking shit to the son because of the insecurities within the dad.
All the way. You nailed it.
That's where it all comes from.
That cycle.
So I was going to ask you, X, let's just say you did take the coaching thing. Let's just say you wanted to get to the next level. Not to put my buddy on blast, but do you think Sergio could use your help?
I think so. It's just
boom.
But
my buddy Serge played pro ball, one of the best dude to come out of the South. He does a skills thing with the kids. He teaches them how to play this and that. Nobody's saying that not saying him in particular don't want to like put him on put him on the spot, but somebody could use your help like that. You know what I'm saying? And bro, you never know. You never know what could happen. What if, bro, they got 20 kids? What if they got 50 kids? What if it became a household name and now you're fucking living your dream?
And it really just takes one, man. It really takes one good client, one good prodigy to get your name out there and spread the word, man. These kids go to school, they tell their parents, they tell the coaches,
and they
before
tell
you know
their
it-
friends, and they tell their friends, and so on. That was Wayne's World. I don't know if you know that. I was gonna say I'm gonna make a compilation of all the references that I have because they just fly over everybody's head.
Yeah.
But
But then there's a few people in those comment boxes, they're gonna be like, I got that one.
yeah,
That was a good one.
so if you think, what were you gonna say?
Just that the thing is though is I'm sure that Sergio or anybody else has their own different philosophies
Correct.
in basketball. You know, so I would have to like go by what they're doing. You know, I'm
That's
not gonna.
that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's not a bad.
It
thing.
goes
It's-
back to exactly what we just said yesterday is not everybody is for everybody,
Sure.
right? Your style of training, your concepts, your psychology of the game is perfect for a certain group of people, right? A
Definitely.
different coach might be perfect for a different group of people. You got to find that niche and you got to get into that niche.
I agree 100%.